Good evening, I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Garrett Statham, and I do have some good news for you tonight. The weather in Oswego recently has been very gloomy with a lot of cold weather, showers persisting in the area since last Monday. Thankfully, that is going to change. We do have some showers that are kind of still in the area now, but that's going to move out tonight. We're going to have some clearing. It's going to be kind of a cold start to tomorrow, but tomorrow is going to be a nice surprise for you guys. It's going to get nice and warm and sunny, and that will last into this weekend as well. For now, we do expect the dry conditions to persist. We'll have some more updates for you coming up. WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Out of jail, what is being done with the man who assaulted Lee Zeldin in July?
Plus, sounding the alarm, our reporter Cameron Brown has the latest on the false fire alarms on campus.
And what's up, Oswego? What you can look forward to this Friends and Family weekend.
It's Thursday, October 20th. This is WTOP 10 Nightly News.
Good evening. Welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Seth Appleby.
And I'm Madeline Cummings.
The man who confronted Republican frontrunner for New York State Governor Lee Zeldin is being released from jail. Judge Marion Payson agreed on Wednesday to allow the U.S. veteran David Jacobonis to enter a treatment program administered by the Veterans Administration.
On July 21st, Jacobonis made his way on stage shouting, quote, "You're done," as he grabbed a hold of Zeldin's arm. He has been charged federally with assaulting a member of Congress. Jacobonis is an admitted alcoholic and is seeking treatment, but a sudden passing of his wife has caused heightened anxiety and panic attacks. He is expected to be released on Monday.
The jury in the Kevin Spacey sex abuse trial has found the actor not liable for battery against actor Anthony Rapp. Rapp alleged that Spacey climbed on top of him at a party in 1987. Spacey plainly denied the allegations and testified that he never invited Rapp to the party and that he never spoke to him. Spacey currently is facing charges of sexually assaulting 3 men in the UK and is expected to go on trial on June 6th.
Starbucks is closing its downtown Syracuse location. The location is one of 16 nationwide that Starbucks closed for safety reasons. However, many of the stores were attempting to unionize. Deputy Commissioner of Business Development for the city, Eric Ennis, says that he thinks it's the wrong time for a business like Starbucks to be leaving the area. Starbucks did not respond to any of the city's contact attempts.
Syracuse Mayor Ben Walsh announced today that the Department of Public Works will be starting overnight shifts of leaf cleanup starting November 6th. The overnight shift is in addition to the daily DPW trucks that collect leaves to prepare for snowfall. Mayor Walsh is reminding residents to bag leaves and place them between the curb and sidewalk, making sure that they do not block hydrants, poles, or vents.
And back here on campus, the Rice Creek Field Station is hosting a bare root tree seedling giveaway. The event is being held from 4 to 7 on Friday, October 28th. Participants are encouraged to take as many trees as they can plant and care for. The event is being hosted by Rice Creek's Canal Forest Restoration Project, which seeks to restore native tree species through growing and distributing trees and engaging in public education.
Journalist and author Mark Fullman is coming to Oswego. He will be holding a discussion titled Trigger Points, a conversation about mass shootings in America and how we can work to prevent them. The talk will take place on November 3rd at 5:30 p.m. in the Marano Campus Center Auditorium. Fullman is the National Affairs Editor for Mother Jones magazine and has investigated mass shootings for many years, earning numerous awards. A couple weeks ago, our reporter Cameron Brown gave us a story on the false fire alarms on campus.
Since then, he was able to sit down with a local fire chief and get some answers about the situation. Cameron, what can you tell us?
Thank you, Southern Madeline. SUNY Oswego has experienced 72 false alarms in 52 days, and nobody has been held accountable for this serious situation. Experienced a fatal fire that started as a prank by 2 freshmen that ended up impacting 702 students, injured 62, killed 3, and caused millions of dollars in damage. According to students, one side of Oswego's campus seems to have more false fire alarms than the other.
I have friends that lived in West Campus. I had a friend who's an RA in Seneca, and I've heard that they very often will have just random fire alarms going off. Everyone has to go out late at night.
Students have noticed alarms seem to go off on West Side more than other parts of campus. One of the more concerning matters about the alarms is that students have become desensitized to the alarms due to their frequency. Some have taken it upon themselves to stay indoors during alarms that happen in the early hours of the morning. Oswego's East Side Fire Department Chief Randy Griffin drew comparisons between this and the Boland Hall incident.
There had been 19 false alarms in the first semester caused by complacency to evacuate, and the fire occurred on the first night back in the second semester.
Another thing to consider is the similar material Boland Hall has to halls like the West Campus buildings. The material is called non-combustible construction, which means that the materials the building is made with won't contribute to the fire. However, this didn't stop the fire in Boland Hall from spreading. Common ignition sources include smoking, cooking, aerosol sprays, and hair product particles.
The campus is encouraging students to think of their fellow students and that fire safety is an issue that everyone should be mindful of. Reporting for WTOP 10, I'm Cameron Brown. Seth, Madeline.
Thank you, Cameron. The Supreme Court rejected a request to block Biden's student loan debt forgiveness program. The emergency application was filed by the Brown County Taxpayers Association in Wisconsin and blocked by Justice Amy Coney Barrett. The loan relief plan is still set to go into effect this weekend and will cancel up to $20,000 in student loan debt for millions of Americans.
And moving to some international news, Liz Truss has resigned as the UK's Prime Minister after just 45 days in office. She is now the shortest serving Prime Minister. As Truss gave her remarks, over 12,000 users on Twitter tuned into a live stream of an unrefrigerated head of lettuce set up by the Daily Star. The vegetable was purchased last week, and the stream was captioned, "Which wet lettuce will last longer?"
And a meteor shower will be at its maximum tonight and through the weekend. Despite the chilly and cloudy week, the skies should clear up this weekend, just in time for the peak viewing of the Orionid meteor shower. The peak is expected to be at 2 a.m. tonight and at a rate of 10 to 20 meteors an hour. Garrett Stadium now joins us with a quick look at your weather.
Garrett, are you planning to watch the meteor shower?
Yeah, so this evening, thankfully, it is going to be clearing out quite a bit. So it has been pretty gloomy the past few days, but the next few days are going to be pretty favorable for seeing the meteor showers in the area. And we'll have your full forecast after the break, guys.
Thank you, Garrett. Coming up later tonight, what vocal groups are performing on campus?
Friends and Family Weekend. What's Up Oswego is after the break.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go.
Good evening, guys. I'm back with your weather here at Storm Team 10. Tonight, our conditions, as we discussed earlier, are going to be clearing. We do still have some clouds and some spotty showers in the area. Thankfully, that is going to be moving out and giving us a respite from all this rain that we have had recently. So overnight, expect temperatures dropping from the low 40s into the low 30s. Might be a little bit of frost in the ground tomorrow morning on your commute to class, but thankfully tomorrow it is going to be heating up quite a bit. So we'll go over why. So we have this low pressure system up in Canada. This has been spinning around southern Ontario the past few days, but thankfully this area of low pressure is on its way out, along with all the showers and nasty weather with it. That is going to be replaced by an area of higher pressure. You can see that kind of to your south here is going to move in over our area and have some warmer conditions prevail, and that's going to last into next week as well, which is going to give us a nice relief. So tomorrow, it's going to be quite nice out. Again, a nice contrast from what it has been the past few days. Looking for mostly sunny skies, maybe a few clouds here and there, no real chance of precipitation. High is going to be around 60 degrees and pretty light winds out of the south. It's going to be a nice precedent for all the Laker sports we're going to have this weekend too. It is going to be a very nice weekend to be outside. So definitely set some plans. If you guys weren't planning something already to be outdoors for the weekend, this is a great time to do it. So just going ahead and looking to our extended forecast into the next week. So we are going to have temperatures that are going to be increasing from around 60 degrees. That is going to be tomorrow. And then increasing a little bit more up into the mid-60s into the midweek next week too. There may be a chance for rain on Monday. Right now we're still kind of monitoring that situation because there is a low pressure system that's going to possibly move up off the east coast. Mainly right now is going to affect New York City, Philadelphia, those areas, but if it moves in further inland, that will affect us. However, the good news is the chances for rain are very minimal and there's no chance of snow that we can see in the next few days here. So that's all that we have for your weather this evening. Now let's send it over to Madeline for What's Up Oswego.
What's up, Oswego? Here's what's up this weekend at SUNY Oswego. This weekend, SUNY Oswego is hosting its Family and Friends Weekend. There are a bunch of different events going on throughout the weekend for students and families to enjoy, ranging from sporting events, carnivals, and even a swimming pool movie night. Family and Friends Weekend truly has something for everyone. For part of Family Weekend, there will be a student performance showcase in the Marano Campus Center this Friday. The event will start at 8:30 in the MCC Auditorium. The event is themed A Night at the Movies and will feature vocal effect, gospel choir, and Mu Beta Psi. This event is free and is sure to be a fun night of amazing music. And on Saturday, the SAPB, with help from the Pride Alliance, will be hosting a family student carnival. The events will be taking place in the Sweatman Gym and is sure to be tons of fun with a bunch of games, inflatables, and more. The carnival will be from 1 to 4 p.m. Make sure to take your families out and enjoy all the carnival has to offer. And if you're looking for to catch some intramural sports this weekend, the Recreation Center will be hosting playoffs for its intramural flag football league. There are some games all weekend long, starting Friday at 3 o'clock. All games will be taking place at Lee Field, right outside of Lee Hall. Our reporter, Dylan Zielinski, sat down with some players and asked what makes it worth it.
It's a great experience, and I think everyone should try an intramural sport because it kind of takes your mind off the schooling aspect of school and lets you let loose, and it's also really fun to watch.
The championship game will be on Sunday the 23rd at 1:30 p.m. Now let's send it back over to Seth.
Thank you, Madeline. Coming up, make sure you get your turkey early. Some stores are closing on Thanksgiving. And have you gotten your COVID vaccine yet? We'll give you an update on boosters when the shots could be on the yearly immunization schedule. We'll be right back.
I love you!
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. It's time for your Health and Consumer Report. Walmart, Target, and Best Buy will all close their doors this coming Turkey Day. The move is becoming common in the wake of the pandemic and is a new standard at companies like Target and Kohl's and others. At the same time, many chains are again starting discounts early this year, and some stores have already rolled out the sales. The extended shopping season means stores can close on Thanksgiving without having a big impact on sales.
Are you headed out to the meteor shower tonight, Seth?
I'm very looking forward to it.
I know, I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's gonna be really beautiful.
I heard there's 10 to 20 meteors a minute. That's what I heard.
An hour?
Yeah.
10 to 20. That's crazy. I think it's gonna be a little chilly though. I think is what Garrett was saying. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties, but we are back. Between high prices and mortgage rates, people are now not looking to purchase homes. Home sales have declined for the 8th month in a row. It is the longest housing sales slump since the mortgage collapse 15 years ago. Usually, a slower housing market pushes prices lower, but due to the high mortgage rates, the opposite is true.
Some U.S. minority groups are more likely to be hospitalized for flu and less likely to be vaccinated.
Mandy Gaither has more in today's Health Minute.
Flu season is here with high levels of the illness already reported in Texas, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Washington, D.C., and New York City, according to the CDC.
The vaccine, however, can help prevent severe disease, may help prevent the flu in general.
A new report from the CDC shows flu shot uptake since the 2010-2011 season has been consistently lower among Black and Hispanic adults when compared to white adults. People in those groups were more likely to be hospitalized with flu during most seasons studied. According to the data from 2009 to 2022, flu hospitalizations were 80% higher among Black adults, 30% higher for adults who are American Indian or Alaska Native, and 20% higher for Hispanic adults.
We're talking about things like having to be hospitalized because you can't breathe, your shortness of breath is severe, your headaches are out of control, your fever is really, really high to the point that we worry that is going to cause potentially neurological damage.
The CDC says reasons for the disparities include lack of healthcare access and insurance, misinformation and distrust in vaccines, and missed opportunities to get vaccinated. Dr. Barbara Bauer with Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center says more needs to be done to improve access and erase vaccine stigma.
It's educating people on why we give it, educating and showing them potentially data on, how it can improve their chances.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
On top of their flu shots, Americans are also rolling up their sleeves for their updated COVID boosters. According to the CDC, 4.5 million Americans got the bivalent booster last week. This booster targets the original strain as well as 2 Omicron variants. Officials say less than 10% Americans eligible for the booster have received the shot. Officials also say COVID cases continue to fall. The trend could reverse as winter arrives.
And a CDC advisory committee is recommending that the COVID vaccine be added to regular immunization schedules for 2023. Much like vaccine requirements in the past, it will be put up to local and state health authorities to enforce the recommendation. The committee says that the reason they added the COVID-19 vaccine is because the benefits strongly outweigh any risks.
Matthew Sharameda is here with us with everything you need to know in Lakers sports and beyond.
Matthew, what can we look forward to this weekend?
There's a ton of Lakers sports you can look forward to this weekend, including a hockey match. Plus, women's soccer won a tight game, bringing fall sports near an end. New York basketball is officially back, and some MLB postseason action, all coming up right after the break.
On a show, grab your low-rise jeans because we're taking it back to the 2000s. Let's go, girls. And low-rise jeans together.
One of the boys, boy. Sorry, it's my agent. He told me that you're canceled.
Shebangy, shebangy, shebangy.
Welcome to the burial ground. The most must-see show in all of sports entertainment.
Welcome back to the Kind of Lake Show, where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
Well, my birthday was November 13th, so it's been quite some time.
I think at the end we saw him get up.
I did that. I can't.
It's a winner, and I did bring a sweater for everyone.
There you go! I know your dreams. You started the paper throwing, just the immaturity. You lost before you even argued.
Pretty insane that the Clippers, 10 of the last 11 postseasons, they're in there.
Back to WTOP 10, I'm Matthew Sharameda, and here is your sports report. The Oswego State women's soccer team took a day trip west to Fredonia to take on the Blue Devils. Fredonia took the early lead, scoring a goal within the first 10 minutes of the match. Oswego goalie Perry Anderson wouldn't allow another goal by the Devils, finishing with 2 saves on the day. Luciana Serrero and Brianna Winkler scored 1 goal apiece, leading the Lakers to a slim 2-1 victory. Oswego will wrap things up on Saturday as they head on the road to take on New Paltz in their final conference match of the season. And as fall sports come to an end, winter sports must begin. This Saturday, the men's ice hockey team continues to prepare for the regular season with a scrimmage match against Carlston Place. The team is coming off a 6-1 non-league victory over SUNY Cortland and looks to freeze the competition moving forward into the regular season. Dan Bozio is the early team leader in scoring with 2 goals in the first match, so watch his number moving forward. And for those looking for something to do on Friends and Family Weekend, the game is open to public viewing. Last night marked the return of New York basketball as the New York Knicks fell short in an overtime thriller on the road against the Grizzlies. Knicks star forward Julius Randle led the team with a double-double, racking up 24 points and 11 assists. However, this was not enough to top the Grizzlies as Ja Morant put on a show, scoring 34 points in the game. The Knicks have their home opener at the Garden tomorrow night against the Pistons as they look to show the NBA that they are the Kings of New York. Last night also marked the beginning of the ALCS as the Yankees took on the Astros in the championship series for the 3rd time since 2017. The Astros shut down the Yankees' offense as ace pitchers Justin Verlander struck out 11 batters in the game. However, the Yankees' flame wasn't completely put out as Harrison Bader and Anthony Rizzo each hit solo home runs. This was not nearly enough as the Astros hit 3 home runs of their own, coming out on top 4-2. The Yankees look to bounce back and gain some momentum tonight in Game 2 of the 7-game series. And now let's take a look for the other side of the NLCS as we have the Phillies and the Padres. The Phillies lead 1-0 in the series, and they'll take an early lead in this game with a line drive to right by Alec Boehm. Here comes Bryce Harper. He's going to score. Castellanos slides in the third safely, and Alec Boehm stands up on second with a big smile on his face as the Phillies have the early lead. But now it's the Padres' turn. Brandon Drury drills this one to left field. It's going to be a wall scraper and somehow makes it out of the park. It's going to be a 4-1 game, and here comes Josh Bell, who he's just going to put this one on the deck, and he's just going to watch this one. He's going to let it sit, and it's going to land on a beach somewhere, and it's going to cut the lead in half for the Padres. And now we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Padres still fighting. Juan Soto turns on this fastball, rips it down the right field line, and it's a fair ball. Austin Nola will score. Profar to third. Juan Soto is going to be on second base, and he is pumped up as this game is tied. Heading into the bottom of the 7th, Manny Machado puts the nail in the coffin with yet another home run for the Padres. They might as well rebrand to the San Diego Bombdres. Padres end on top to tie the series. Game 3 tomorrow night in Philadelphia. Stay tuned for after the break for this week's Pet of the Week.
Now it's time for Black Card Revoke. Like, what's this apology about now?
At least that's what I feel like. I don't know. I thought it was cute. You know?
I thought it was too.
Yeah. Like, okay, so what about this black lace ensemble?
You did a little song. Yeah, I see it. You did a little something. Yes. I'm gonna figure it out though. But it won't breathe to the flag. Yeah.
And I'm Donna.
And this is the Sunset Show. Grab your low-rise jeans because we're taking it back to the 2000s.
Let's go, girls.
Uggs and low-rise jeans.
Together.
One of the boys. Boy.
Sorry, it's my agent. He told me that you're canceled.
Shebangy.
Welcome back to the Kind of Lake Show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
Well, my birthday was November 13th, so it's been quite some time.
I think at the end we saw him get up.
I get that. I can't.
It's a winner, and I did bring a sweater for everyone.
There you go! I know your dreams.
You started the paper throwing, just the immaturity. You lost before you even argued.
Pretty insane that the Clippers, 10 of the last 11 postseasons, they're in there.
And to end our week of the news, let's take a look at the Pet of the Week, which include 2 cute cats.
Opal is a long-haired female cat. She is sweet, kind, and has a motherly personality.
And Jasper is a short-haired male and is also very cuddly.
You can go to the Oswego Humane Society website to find these 2 and many more pets up for adoption.
I just love cats. Do you guys like cats or dogs more?
I'm more of a dog person myself, I gotta say.
That's a hard question for me to answer because I love both personally. I know a lot of people like to hate on cats, they love dogs, but I love dogs too, but I also really love cats. It's hard for me to say.
I'm such a cat person. I love cats. I have no issues with dogs, but cats just have a special place in my heart. Do you know how the weather's going to be this weekend?
Thankfully, it's going to clear up quite a bit. So yeah, this nasty weather that we've been in the past several days, it's going to be quite nice that we're going to be getting out of that soon. So looking at our extended forecast, you guys are in for a treat. It's going to be very nice this weekend with temperatures running up to the mid-60s for the first time in a little bit.
That's our report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for the bigger picture.
From all of us here at WTOP 10, thank you for watching. Have a great night, everyone. Woo! Woo! High fives!
Good job.